go, and I want to make a video real quick on changing an alternator on a Chevy truck. This year's a 1999 Suburban. Change the alternator out is fairly simple, and we're going to get started here. You have your belt tensioner right here, which is the first thing you're going to have to do is relieve your tension on your belt, serpentine belt, and get that off. And in doing that is a fairly easy process. On some vehicles you can use a wrench to get in here and push your tensioner down and whatnot or whatever, but this specific vehicle, this tensioner, if you can see that, you can literally push on it and guide your belt up. Pop it off that way. Some people might use crowbars or something on there, but a lot of these pulleys here are plastic and you can crack them. So basically just pull that tensioner off. Then we're going to move back to the wiring. You only have two connectors, one down here and then one here that's bolted on. Now this one's a hot wire, and if you want, you can unhook your battery, because if you touch this on metal, you're going to get a hell of a, you could potentially be welding with it. But if you're careful, you can leave that off, take that off, and leave your battery hooked up, in which I'm going to do that. But for this one here, you just got a tab that's down inside. It's hard to get the camera in or to show, but that pops out very easily, like so. The one back here should be a 13 millimeter. Pull this boot off, get that back up out of the way, and expose the nut. Carefully get a wrench in there, like I said, without touching anything, because it's gonna arc. Maybe I can demonstrate. Yep, there it went. Did you see that? So you gotta watch it. You possibly blow fuses and short stuff out, so I hope I didn't, but I wanted to show you. Now on this one here, got a little bit of a problem. That nut on the back side's turning, so I'm gonna have to add two 13 millimeters to get that off. You're gonna have to stick a wrench down on the back side and then one on the front side and break that free. Okay, I got two wrenches on there. She's on pretty tight once you get it started. Take the one off. Like I said, be very careful. Maybe you're better off taking a battery, unhooking a battery, but I don't feel like resetting everything and resetting the radio on that. Be careful pulling that wire off. Once you get it off, poke the grommet back down in it, over it, get it to the side so you don't touch it. And next step, we're gonna take off two bolts. There's one here and then one here, and once them are out, your alternator should be able to wiggle it free. You'll have to pull back maybe on some hoses and whatnot, but I do believe that's a 13 millimeter. Bolt number one. Bolt number two. Right now we should be able to pull the alternator out, but I'm going to use a little chisel here, or a pry bar, stick it down in there, get each side popped up, and it should come out. A little bit of a tight fit. There we are. This one here You can hear it. Had a bearing going out. Now to reinstall will be basically the same way as you took it out. It's quite simple. Weasel it around until you can get the one side down in there and get the bolt started. Pretty tight fit. Make sure you get that bolt started good. If it's not, keep wiggling it around until you get it started in there. Get that started. Tighten the bolts up. Both very snug. What we'll do is put our wiring back on. This is the hot wire. Like I said, take your time, do it right. Try not to touch it on anything. Grommet back over your boot, back over it anyways. Plug in your other connector. Last step is to get the serpentine belt on. Just pushing on it, it'll definitely go on harder than it did taking it off. You can get a tool to do it, but seem to have luck doing it this way. Make sure the belt's lined up good. And push the tensioner. Make sure your belt's on good. We're going to go ahead and start it up and see. And there you are. About 20 minutes to change an alternator out. $79. And a little bit of work. Some people might want to wear gloves. Done it a lot of years, and off and on I seem to bust my knuckles up, but it hasn't killed me yet. Hopefully this helps.